Democracy is not elections, and that is something that we have to realize. So in many countries where we assume that there is democracy because there are elections, well, sorry, no, there is no democracy. And democracy is about, yes, respect, as we were saying earlier, respect for fundamental rights, respect for human rights, respect for the rule of law, respect, a search for that social justice. And it's something that, number one, it takes time, and it does take all of society, very definitely. But if we look at the year's game, let's say, that Nuber put before us, the Club of Madrid was founded in 2001 as a result of a discussion on transition and consolidation of democracy in Spain, because Spain had had a very successful transition and consolidation of democracy. When the Club of Madrid was founded, and originally there were 22 members, as I said, now we have 117, and that could prove to be a growth of democracy. Well, it's not. Because when it was founded, we were all very optimistic about the future of democracy, and perhaps now more than ever, we realize that we were wrong. I mean, it wasn't going to be multiplying like the fishes and the loaves. On the contrary, it was going to meet tremendous challenges, and all of those challenges that make up life, and that because of a number of reasons that come with democracy itself, like freedom of expression, freedom of association, all of those also became, ironically, also elements that have in certain spaces weakened democracy. But it is something, the basics of what one seeks, which I repeat is not the ballot box, remain. And those are the challenges. And many of those are very much linked with what we have been talking about in terms of humanity, in terms of humanitarian, in terms of social justice, but also in terms of the need for dialogue, that the need for people, yes, to speak, to be able to speak, but to listen, because dialogue implies a two-way relationship, let's say, the need to listen, and the need to build those bridges and to think of society as a whole, as Ricardo was saying. I mean, this is not just about political leadership, although we do have to mobilize political will because they will make the decisions. It is about also civil society or citizens' leadership. And civil society, in my book at least, also involves the business sector or the private sector.